Hello, welcome to Bloody Good. My name is Montgomery and I've been a fan of horror my whole life.
My name's Emily and I'm a bit of a newcomer to the genre. Today we're giving you 5 recommendations for films you should watch this spooky season.
Whether you're just getting into the genre or you're looking for some niche recommendations, we've got you covered, and our final film will be a perfect recommendation that brings the two together.
If you're in the mood for just a completely batshit crazy horror film, then Maximum Overdrive might be the one for you, which is a film about trucks gaining sentience and trying to eliminate humanity. It was based on a short story by Stephen King, and Stephen King directed the film himself, his one and only directorial outing. And, you know, you might watch it and see why, but we absolutely love this film. It is a riot. From start to end, it is just batshit crazy. There is gore all over the place, really crazy kills, and some, hammed up acting choices, but it's really fun, and it's just a really energetic and crazy film, and I think it really works for the spooky season. Now, this film is kind of the perfect film to put on in the background of kind of a spooky Halloween party, or just a gathering of friends where you're having chats, you're drinking, you're eating, but it's on in the background for maybe your antisocial friends a bit like me. You need a minute breather from socializing. You can just enjoy what's on in the background. It's not too intense, you don't have to have full attention on it the whole way through. So it's kind of an easy film to put on in the background of a party. But if you do really want to just sit down and watch it yourself, it works absolutely fine for that. It's a complete riot. So however you want to watch it, go ahead and watch it.
Have you, like me, seen almost every zombie film that exists and just want something a little bit different? Well, that's exactly what The Battery is. The Battery is different. It focuses on the quiet moments of the zombie apocalypse, specifically focusing on the friendship between 2 survivors, Ben and Mickey, who, traveling the back roads of America, have nothing but time on their hands, and we look into how this zombie apocalypse affects their relationship and changes them and what they truly believe it takes to survive. The film is a indie horror darling, and if you haven't watched it, I'd highly recommend it. It's got a fascinating story behind it, being made in just 16 days for $6,000. And if you want to find out more about that, we made a video covering just how this film was made.
If you're looking for a more thought-provoking, introspective take on going insane, fueled by really excellent performances, then maybe The Lighthouse should be your next film. Now, this is the complete opposite to what I suggested to you at number 5. This is not a film to put on in the background of a party. This is a film you need to sit down and really focus on, because it is really captivating and you just are drawn in completely by the performances. And this could be a film you watch completely by yourself, maybe with a friend or a partner. Just make sure it's someone you're kind of psychologically okay with, and they don't have little quirks that really get on your nerves, because that might be elevated by this film, because these 2 characters are really struggling to get along. This is a really kind of quiet, creeping film that you just follow along, and it's filled with quite a bit of dread and unknowingness as you follow these 2 lighthouse keepers who start okay with each other, and they just devolve to completely hating each other, and they're at each other's throats. And you kind of can't blame them because of the circumstances they've been put through. Now, there are some fantasy and folk horror aspects to this film, but I think at the core of it is just psychological horror and warfare between these 2 characters. And they're played absolutely incredibly by Willem Dafoe and Robert Pattinson, and they work together so well in this film, and I hope I see them in more things in the future, because they're a really good little acting pair. So if you're not in for kind of big gore and guts and slashery stuff, I'd definitely recommend this film. It's quiet, it's a bit under the radar, but it's really, really creepy, and just an excellent film.
Do you often find yourself screaming at the screen when you're watching a slasher film as you see the protagonist just make one dumb decision after another after another? Why are you going upstairs? Why are you not just standing up and running away? Why are you not hitting that person twice now that they're on the floor? They're clearly going to get up again. Well, Your Next might just be the film for you. Your Next might just feel like your average home invasion slasher. However, it is anything but. The film follows Erin, our protagonist of the film, who is visiting her rich boyfriend's family in an isolated mansion in the countryside, whilst having a fairly normal-ish family dinner. The family are attacked by a group of masked men. Unfortunately for these killers, Erin was raised in a survivalist compound, so she is just as much a threat to them as they are to her. The film follows as Erin takes on the duty of defending this family against these intruders, setting traps and fighting back like no horror protagonist you've ever seen except maybe Ash Williams. This film is a perfect combination of The Strangers meets Home Alone. It's wildly intense, wildly gory, and just a great fun watch with a protagonist you can truly root for.
Now, for this final film suggestion, please don't believe the 5.5 on IMDb because it is an excellent film.
It's Willy's Wonderland, a great film with an insane title. Willy's Wonderland is a film that follows a protagonist with no name, a drifter who goes from town to town, except when traveling through a small town, his tires get burst, and unable to pay the cost of repairs, he instead decides to pay off his debts through working as a janitor for a single night shift at an abandoned children's party-themed restaurant.
Now, this might sound eerily similar to another franchise that was based on a game, but this has its own absolute perks and quirks.
Now, in the film, the protagonist is played by the one, the only, Nicolas Cage, famous for such films such as Face Off. Nicolas Cage creates an insane performance playing the janitor, a man so competent at not only killing animatronics, but cleaning arcade machines. He does not utter a single word in the entire film. And I'll be honest, this might be the best Nicolas Cage performance you've ever seen.
Unless you've seen National Treasure, because that is pretty epic. There's also a dance scene in this film that Nick Cage just completely improvised himself, and I love that. It's so fun. The performances of the animatronics are really cool from both the voice actors and the performers inside the suits. They're just really cool to look at, and the deaths are pretty awesome too.
This film is the perfect mixture of silly and scary. You could put this on the background whilst hosting a party, or you could be engrossed in it, paying all your attention straight to this movie. Run out, see this movie now, and I guarantee you it is unlike anything you've ever seen, and I'll say it, I think it's better than the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. Or the Banana Split movie, the other animatronic killer robot movie, because there's 3 of those that exist, soon to be 4, because that's the world we live in.
Animatronics are scary.
Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully there was a film here that you hadn't heard of before, and we've managed to fill a bit of your time during this spooky season.
And if you have seen all 5 of these films, we can only apologise. Maybe leave some comments about what else you could recommend someone else.
Now, if you're interested in spooky, scary content, please check out some other videos on our channel. We cover all sorts of things, such as old horror movies and horror books and media, as well as the obscure making of indie horror films. There is hopefully something for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.